That's really nice.
There we
With
go.
the fire in the background.
I know, look at that. A Christmas tree, too.
Christmas
Fire.
tree. It's very
Wonderful.
festive. I wonder where Woofer is.
And we're live! Welcome everyone to the Somnium Show! Where we're gonna be interviewing the one and only R-Dub. Get to know the man himself,
Woohoo!
R-Dub. A wonderful and
Thanks
valued
for
member
coming.
of our continual existence. What's up, R-Dub? How are you?
What's up? Glad
How's
to be
life,
here.
man?
Oh, it's good. Interesting.
Yeah, it truly is. Tell me, R-Dub, when did you first discover Somnium Space?
Oh, man. Probably about at least 2 years ago. Well, what? You can't see my name tag anymore, but I think it's been about 2 years.
Wow.
And I was really trying to understand like the developments in crypto and looking at all these different avenues and trying to understand like what was going on, because I had Bitcoin for a long time. I just kind of didn't pay attention. And then I heard about all these metaverses, and I was watching a podcast or a video on YouTube called, what was it called? Sheesh. It's good. It was done, I think, by Ledger, like educational videos. The art, something, the block, like the rock, the block, or something like that. And the guy doing the show actually came to Somnium Space and like showed him walking around and like the island, the floating island, and climbing up to the island and all the parcels. And at that point, I just became so intrigued that I upgraded my PC and got the system installed and came in here, and yeah, the rest is history.
What's so intriguing
Got
about
myself a parcel.
Somnium Space?
I just like, well, it's not just Somnium Space, but the whole idea of like Web3, and that the virtual spaces that you can own your own assets as NFTs, and just the potential for having businesses and socializing and events and concerts and who knows what, with like not having to like have any, like you can do the same thing with most as you could with real property, except it's virtual, so you don't have all the, you don't have property taxes, you don't have maintenance, you don't have all the other things that come with physical property. But I feel like we're like in a building right now in Somnium Space, and I'm hanging out with you guys, and we're having a conversation. Just like if you did this in the real world, you'd have to get your car, drive somewhere, you'd be in a building somebody owned that cost a bunch of money, and you'd be paying for electricity, and all that just doesn't exist here.
You actually have to get up.
Yeah, to get up, put your pants on. I'm trying to have pants on right now.
Same. Welcome to the No Pants Club.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's about. Being able to not wear pants. That's why I'm here too.
Yeah.
That's the
Be
dream,
comfortable.
baby. Let it hang, let it hang. Right, R-Dub?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. What do you think about like virtual reality, and like what is it going to, what kind of role is it going to play in the development of human consciousness?
Well, that's a big question. The development of human consciousness, I can't even imagine. It's hard to see the future with technology, like where it's headed. I was just talking to a sea searcher yesterday about like what projects he was working on and stuff I'm doing in Blender and Unity, and I feel like with AI we're so close to just telling it what you want it to do, and like combine all my textures into one texture and change this and change that, and then it'll just say and do it for you. And you can say, no, not quite like that. Do it a little different, like this, and it'll just do it for you. So all the technical skills that right now you have to geek out and spend so much time learning, right? Like all that's gonna go away, and I think it's gonna be so approachable for anyone to create things. It's kind of like with like when the internet first started and making websites, and if you wanted to have your own website, you had to learn HTML and like all this, geeky stuff that most people couldn't do. And then it just got easier and easier and easier to make websites. Now pretty much anybody can do it, and you don't really need to know HTML at all. I mean, depends how sophisticated you want to get, I guess, but I feel like it's going to go fast, and it's going to be really easy for people to create things in VR. And for me, it's more social. I see the applications for socializing. Like, I don't know if you've ever watched Lex Friedman.
Yeah.
Lex Friedman podcast, and he had Mark Zuckerberg on, and it was like super realistic VR. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Like
yeah.
they had their whole body scanned and their faces and the lighting and stuff. It was they were like face to face, even though they weren't. But watching it seemed like pretty realistic. So I don't know. I feel conflicted though, because I still love the real world, and this is like the real nature. This is all virtual, so it's not as I don't know. It's just different, but it seems like VR grabs people. Some people more than others. Some people see it and right away are drawn to it, and other people, like I've shared VR with people that they just don't like it right off the bat. So I'm not sure why that is. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Have you shared VR with someone and they just don't get it, or they don't like it, and other people are just like, oh my god, they're so blown away, like they're really pulled into it?
I never had that before. That
Really?
someone didn't like it. Oh, except
Oh,
yeah.
man, I have.
Oh, I don't know. Well, my mom was traumatized. We put her on her headset, and then she was standing over a ledge, and she's scared of heights. That was maybe not the nicest thing to do, but
I showed it to my parents.
Yeah,
My dad's almost 80,
no, right?
and I thought of like people in like assisted living facilities, that have lived a full life, and if you could have experiences for them to do, like put on the headset and do the thing they love to do that they can't do anymore. And it could be, riding a motorcycle, or hang gliding, or skydiving, or fishing, or whatever, that they could. It'd probably be very enjoyable, to put on the headset and be like, oh yeah, I feel like I'm out on the boat right now, or whatever.
That'd actually be really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad just spent about a month in an assisted living center, so I was kind of got to see what it's all like there, and it's so depressing, man. I don't want to end up in one of those places. It's just, yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Assisted living center? Like where it's like advanced nursing, but it's not a hospital, because they're not technically sick. They're just, old. They need help getting dressed and feeding themselves and all that.
Oh yeah, those places are.
Why is it
Yeah.
depressing?
Oh, just because everyone has their own little room, or some of the rooms are shared, and it feels like a hospital or like a hotel, kind of. But, you just go by and you look in, and there's just an old person sitting in a chair, or laying in bed, or maybe they're in a wheelchair, and they're just sitting there, They don't have, like, the community, or maybe they can't talk anymore, or who knows, but it's just like everyone's waiting for them to die,
Yeah. That's crazy.
They're not around family, or they've been kept alive too long, or I don't know. The quality of life just goes down, and it's got to be sad being in a place like that.
Yeah.
What if you bring headsets over and let them,
I know, yeah. Let's have to find some experiences.
Yeah, they can connect with people
Could
on
be.
VR chat or in Somnium Space, you know?
They could. It might.
Or
I
go
mean,
fishing.
Or walk
yeah, I
over a
think it'd be
ledge.
more like experience.
Or sit at the beach. Sit at the beach and just listen to the waves and
Yeah.
at the ocean and just sit there. Watch the sun go down. Little campfire. Somebody playing with their guitar.
Yeah.
All smoking a doobie. You know?
Yeah. That's a
Oh
great
man, now I
idea.
want to do that.
Yeah, I have that in my head right now. I was just there. We were all just there on that beach.
Definitely.
So yeah, going back to what I was talking about before, about the holographic universe, right? One
yeah.
other thing that's really interesting about this idea of the universe being holographic in nature is like I've been thinking about this actually for like for a couple of days now. This idea of as above, so below, right? In a hologram, you can take any bit of the hologram and reconstruct the entire image from that hologram, right? And it just makes me think
Really?
of it's like think of like a spider's web, right? And then on the spider's web,
Wolfer's here.
you have like little
Come,
like
sit down. Right here.
little
We left you the middle seat
droplets
open.
of water. And when you look at the droplet of water, you can see the entire reflection of the web. So you can see the entire web in like a droplet of water. So it kind of makes me like think of that this idea that as above, so below. I mean, the universe seems pretty holographic when you actually like look at what's going on. And yeah, I mean, it's been kind of slow for me to kind of like coalesce these radical ideas into a cohesive mosaic of knowledge, because it really affects reality, like this whole idea that the universe is mind, right? We can say it, but unless you really like take the time to mull over it, read other people's thoughts about it, like you need to like jam it down your subconscious. You know what I mean? You need to just like shove it in its face and be like, look, look, until, your subconscious understands. Because our consciousness is just it's like when you take like a funnel or like a direction, and like we're funneling our awareness, right? But we're not aware of our it's not really us. There's more to us than just what we're aware of, right? The subconscious mind, what we're aware of is just a small bit of that universal whole.
Yeah. It's beautiful. I was listening to this podcast about near-death experiences. Very, very good. Good podcast, because ever since my mom died, I really wanted to just dig deeper on where people go, what happens, all that shenanigan. So I was listening to this podcast, and this woman, she was saying that she was dying, and she was like when she was leaving her body, it all started from the middle of your head. Like that third eye that everyone's talking about, that happened right there, that she went deep within, or was floating into space, a dark matter, and she couldn't explain it, but it wasn't scary at all. It was so beautiful and so peaceful that everything from her human form was stripped away. Everything that she had hobbies on, everything that she was to the core was stripped away, and the only thing that was left was pure love. And
nice.
she was so deep in this area, or in this space, that a figure came to her and said that it's not your time, you have to go back. She said she doesn't want to go back. She's very happy and felt so at peace, and she just didn't want to leave. But then it wasn't in words, but it was in vibrations, how she explained it, and was saying that you have to help people. You have to go back to help people. And when she got back to her body, she realized that what the main essence is for us, each and every one of us, we have to be our true self and just act with radiant love, and everything else doesn't matter. And it was just, that was her experience in saying that was her saying that that's what we have to do. That's our mission.
Yeah.
We have to be our true selves. And then I was like brain fucked, and I was like, how the fuck do I be myself? Who the fuck am I? You know, like, you know.
That's a big question.
But,
yeah, discovering yourself.
Do you think there's like an in-between place, like in between here and there?
Purgatory?
You know, some people think of it as limbo or whatever, in between our existence now and our existence later. Because I think I've been there a few
right?
times.
Like it's that place.
And,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. It's
for me,
like-
it was just total blackness.
Oh yeah,
just
I've
nothing.
experienced that, but I don't
Just
think
pure nothingness.
I don't think you really died in that sense. Like I don't think
No,
you. You
that's
know
what I mean about halfway.
Yeah, I've been through
Yeah.
that. I'm like, gee, is that like what death is like? But I like when I
Yeah.
look back, I don't think I actually like reached actual death. I just think I was, like at a level of awareness where, because for me, it was just complete and total oblivion, like just nothingness,
too.
like just nothing. Like I can't even explain it to you. Like no good, no bad, no pain. It was, I don't know. Looking back at it, I can say it was a peaceful experience. But when I was in it, I didn't feel anything. Like it was just oblivion. But I don't think it's
Yeah,
real.
I got scared. I think that's what brings you back. Is you go, wait a minute, wrong stop. I'm not getting out here. You know, let me go back where I came from.
Shoot, man, maybe that's hell, bro. What if that's actually hell?
Yeah, maybe so.
Holy crap.
It's like you're in a subway and you subway train stops and the doors open. You go, no, I don't think so. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I'm not here.
This
I'm
isn't
not
for
getting
me.
off here.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
I read 2 good books on afterlife. What's it called? Near-death experiences. Okay, one is called Proof of Heaven by Eben Alexander, and the other one is called Dying to Be Me, which it sounds kind of similar to what you were talking about. And I forget the author's name, but they're fascinating books. I mean, believe it or not, they seem very believable, and
See,
similar stories,
that's what
right?
I
Like
was
they-
kind of like.
they didn't
that
fully
that
die.
thing, bro. You just said, they seem believable, right? That's the whole like,
yeah,
like that whole like.
I want to
what's
believe it.
Yeah, right. Like you need to like
Yeah.
you need to like get it through to your subconscious mind. It's real. Like everything you've been taught is completely wrong, bro. Like think about it like this. Have you guys ever heard of Stargate? That was done by the CIA. They did experiments with psychics, right? And the results that they got were that the results that they got from the experiments that they did, and this is what they said, defy randomness. Do you know what that means? Right? And they're probably still doing it now. It's probably under some other code name, and nobody talks about it. There's probably a bunch of psychic spies who are doing, the good work of Uncle Sam. Spying
Do you
on
think maybe it's
other
just
people.
Do you think maybe it could be all something that our consciousness is made up because we can't accept the thought of death? We can't accept it, so our consciousness creates this other world to live in.
Yeah, but isn't death made by our consciousness? Like the idea of death. Like if you look at an animal, an animal has no idea what death is. It doesn't even know what life is. Life and death are abstractions that we invented, to, I don't know, understand the world in a sense, categorize existence.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe it's just because we're so afraid of death that we can't accept it.
But I don't think death is real. It's a made-up idea.
Oh,
It's like
What if we do
okay.
when?
the idea.
What if when we die? What if when we die we go to that place where we came from,
what place?
Yeah.
Oh,
which
that
was
I don't
pure
wanna
love
go
and
back
light?
there.
I think so. I think that's what
Yeah.
I
happens.
think it's all.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we
We all
do
go
go back to
back
wherever
and-
we came from.
Yeah. the source.
that
Probably
light,
that.
that love that created us in the first place. And I just
Yeah.
think that just it's a beautiful feeling to feel that way. And I don't want to see it as a scary thing. I think it should be a peaceful feeling, like it's the end, and it brings you to the next level, the next dimension, the dimension that we're not in. We're in the physical dimension, but what about the next dimension?
Yeah.
What
What's the
if
next dimension?
when we die we become the final version of ourselves? It's just
Why?
I just don't believe. I can't believe that there's nothing.
What if we're just
It's
food?
just this world is.
No.
Yeah, what if we're like food? Like, what if
Yeah.
we're part of like a food chain? Like we're just another creature that gets eaten just like everything else at the end of the day.
We are.
If we don't know the difference, I don't know.
Are
Have you
we?
ever been in so much pain that you passed out from pain and just
No.
can't take it anymore and you pass out?
No.
Yeah, I have a couple times.
Damn,
It's
bro.
a real. It's kind of like what we're talking about. You just go into a different state, and the pain disappears because I guess your brain just shuts off. It says, "No, I can't take this anymore," and it just shuts off, and you're in sort of a state like you were talking about, where it's just totally peaceful, calm, everything's okay.
It's like shock.
Because
Isn't that shock?
yeah, I guess it is shock in a way. Is
The
that
shock
what
that saves
is
your
when
life. It saves your life when the brain
Yeah.
kicks in like that. It gives you the power to stay strong and make your physical
Yes.
body do the things that you need to do
Safety.
to survive.
Yeah, it's a safety mechanism, sort of, I guess.
No.
Huh.
Oh man, I'm so sorry you had to experience that.
Yeah, that sucks,
It
bro.
wasn't bad at all. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the initial pain was, like when I was in kindergarten, they have those big jungle gyms that you climb around on. I climbed to the top of one, and this girl pushed me off, and I hit my forehead hit the blacktop and just knocked me out cold.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And then when I got knocked out, when I hit that tree about 50 miles an hour, that did it. And then there was a couple other times. So if I'm ever acting strange, I have an excuse. Been knocked out a few times. It's not. It's really a strange experience. It's not painful at all because you don't have pain anymore. But when you wake up, sure, you go like, oh God, who hit me with a brick? But the experience is it's just totally peaceful and calm and empty.
That's good, bro. I like that. It's
Yeah.
a good way to are you doing it to prepare? Is that the whole idea of like all these
I'm not doing it because I got knocked out.
Oh, but you
got
got
knocked
knocked
out
out
cold.
like multiple times. Seems kind of
Yeah,
like you've been
a
trying to
few
like
times.
knock yourself, like you've been trying to look for it.
Maybe, yeah. I had a chance to look around a little bit. I didn't like it there, though.
Are you guys afraid of death?
No.
I mean, I'd
I'm
like
not.
to say no,
No?
but at the end of the day, we all pray to God in the trenches.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I have to say that I do fear it. I don't fear it for myself, but I fear of like missing out.
yeah, my
with
family.
spending time with family.
That's my biggest fear. Like
Yeah.
the effect that
Yeah,
it would have, and like the people that would be affected, and yeah.
exactly.
You miss this
yeah.
this life a lot, yeah. I
The
think that's
family.
I don't know if you believe in ghosts or spirits or whatever, but that a lot of times that's the reason they exist is because the people can't accept death and they just hang around for a while. It's not very long usually because they eventually transit over and get used to being dead. But sometimes they're so attached to people or property or money or whatever it is that they sort of just hang around for a while. It takes a while for them to go.
I feel like
pass over.
mom's not. I think she passed over right away and spent time with her mom and her family and was having a party and having a great time.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, they'll be fine. They'll be
That's
fine.
what I like to think. Every time I have to drive past my parents' graveyard every day, and I just go, hi, Mom, hi, Dad. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're having a big
Yeah.
party up there. My grandpa and one of my uncles, they're all in the same place. I said, hope you're up there playing your guitar, Dad, and drinking a beer and having a good old time.
Hell yeah.
Isn't that beautiful? See,
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff that is just wonderful. I feel like all of our spirits will eventually meet up again.
So if
I think
there
so.
Our
are
souls.
other dimensions, right? And dimension is just it means like another way to measure reality, right? So do you think that there are like interdimensional like demons that suck our like energy off of us, and they like negative energy the most, so they try and inflict pain and suffering
Oh,
on
yeah.
mankind, so that they can feed off.
I
of
think
us.
there's a lot of them wandering around right now.
You think so?
A lot of those wandering around right. Yeah.
Really? Do you guys think that?
It depends
the way
on
the
it
world-
depends on how you see the world. If you see it in a negative way, you're gonna get negativity back. But if you see it in a beautiful way where there's light around you, and you have to continually
Like an ecosystem.
choose the path of love and light, and just not choose the negativity
yeah,
and
that-
this being
that can
Yeah,
scared.
shield you.
because they'll feed
That can
off
shield you
the
pretty
negative,
much, but-
yeah, because they like
Yeah.
the negative
Yeah.
stuff. So
Of course.
yeah, it's like an
Well,
ecosystem.
good luck with
It's
that,
like-
because I'm a fucking badass bitch that loves love.
Yeah, I'll
Good.
shoot
Good
them
luck.
in the face.
It's like
That's what I'll do.
if somebody's threatening you, and acting mean and trying to scare you, and you don't show any fright at all, you don't show that you're scared. That's sort of like what you have to do, I think, for death. Just say no, no thanks.
Marcus Aurelius, he says, when death smiles at you, the only thing you can do is smile back.
Smile back, yeah,
Yeah, I always think of that quote.
that's true.
That's good.
That's amazing. That's true.
Yeah, I think that's how it is, right? Yeah, but like, think of it. Like, I don't think death and life are real. Like, if you just think about it like that these concepts are made up, and in reality they're not real. Like, they're not. They're like
Well, what's
abstract
reality?
things. Reality is a hologram, a projection of consciousness.
You think so?
Yeah, man. I don't think
How do
like
you
the
know?
world is actually made of
like we're in the
inanimate
Matrix.
things. No, well, not like in the Matrix, not a
Plugged in somewhere.
simulation.
Not a simulation.
Not as no,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a simulation. I think it's a computer programmed reality. So you know
Why
what I
would
mean?
somebody create something like that?
Why not? Why wouldn't you create? If
Why
you
not?
could, why would you not?
Chat GTP or whatever it is.
Yeah, perpetuate awareness. That's the whole. Because if you don't, bro, like it's impossible. It's like literally, like think about it. Like without consciousness, like you can't have a scenario where nothing exists. The concept of nothingness itself is being created by a conscious being. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, like I'm presenting you this idea, but that idea can only exist on the precedent that there is awareness and consciousness, and that awareness and consciousness, like you know what I mean? Do you guys
Not
know what I
quite.
mean?
I think,
think
yeah,
so.
I don't think we can accept the idea of there being nothing.
No, nothing.
I don't think
like,
we can accept that.
nothing. Okay, nothing is something, right? We're talking about it.
Okay.
Like, so it
Yeah.
exists. It's a
Yeah.
thing. Maybe it's the absence
I
of
see what you mean
things,
there.
but it's still a thing. So it's nothing. Nothing is nothing. Like, everything is like existing. You can't have like a scenario where like you're like in like a box in a dark room, and you're there forever for all eternity, and that's it. It doesn't happen like that. It just keeps going. Right? It's just it's
was
like
that?
a process.
You mean reincarnation?
Well, I don't think reincarnation. I don't know if it's real or not, because it's just like the idea of remembering your past lives. It seems kind of like strange, like but maybe there's like a process. Like it seems to defeat the point, right? If you can remember your past lives, then what's the point, right? Like, is it? I don't know. Like I don't really know if there
If there's
are
a
past
oneness
lives,
when we
or-
die, like what Nikki said about that near-death experience, that when she died, like there was no more her, and she returned to like the source of love
Yeah, exactly.
and light.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
so, if that's the case, like when we do die, if we all realize there's no more me, there
Yeah,
was
then
no me,
how can
I
there
am
be
it,
past
and we
lives?
are
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
Well, you could maybe tap in to not your past life, but
Someone-
a past life
yeah.
that everyone else could
that's
tap
cool.
into. It's like experiences that have like facets of a crystal
like
or
that.
something
That's deep.
that you're like tapped into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I-
Just so you
that's
know,
what
if
I-
if
that's
I'm
how I
if I'm
explain
gone,
the
my
past lives
my
thing.
headset went out. That's really awesome, dude.
Wow. Fascinating, bro.
That
That's
kinda
true though, with the
makes sense.
oneness. Yeah, it makes
Have
sense.
you ever heard of that experiment in that book? It's called, I don't know if I pronounce it, Schrodinger's cat or something like that. I can't.
Yeah. Like
pronounce
if
it.
there's a
Schrodinger.
cat in a box. or-
Schrodinger.
Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah, is it there or isn't it there? Yeah, it's sort of the same idea.
Yeah. Fascinating, bro. You've left me with this very profound realization, Ardo, with your statement.
Good.
Thank you.
We are all one. It's true. We're all, we're all destined to
We're
be
just
just
Energy field.
one. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We all go put back into a little pot of
Gumbo.
everything.
Yeah.
Energy is something really strange to think about.
It's
when you-
everything.
Yeah.
Everything is that same. You know, it's you. It's the butterflies. It's the clouds. It's the moon. It's the universe. Like it's all part of the one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing.
VR1, VR1, VR1. Yeah, awesome. Profound. Thank you so much.
Hey, I
Ardo.
get it. That's
And thank you, Woofer Blast, and Nikki. And thank you, wonderful viewers of the World Wide Web, for joining us tonight on the Somnium Show. Yeah, put it up, put it up. Who's there? What are you oh. Is that a ghost?
Where are they? Over there?
No, they're right
Are they
here,
over
bro.
there?
No, I'm
Over-
here.
Right
Okay,
over there?
yo, let's take a picture. Over here.
Let
Yeah,
me stand up.
yeah. Here we go.
Hello.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. This way. Yeah.
This way.
1, 2, 3. Ardo! Woo!
Ardo!
Awesome.
Woohoo!
Thanks, man. That was really great.
That was so fun.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
These are always
Seriously.
thought provoking.
Yeah. And thank you,
Yeah,
wonderful
I'm gonna go to bed
viewers.
tonight with a very
You
good,
have a wonderful night.
good
We love
feeling. Thank you.
Yeah, I love you guys.
Cool, man.
Thanks, bro.
Remember, it's all love and
Thanks.
peace. If you want it to be.
Love and light. It
Yeah,
can. It
peaceful.
all can
See you
be
later.
Here.
Peace,
peaceful.
guys.
See you guys later.
Later.
Have a good night.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.